What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today, and today we have a massive release reaction for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Today we have a massive release reaction in store. We have a bunch of epic releases to depict in today's video, and I really hope you guys are excited for this. I apologize in advance, as the first time I tried to record this video, I did not have the correct microphone on. It was my computer microphone rather than this one, and it didn't sound very good, so I did decide to redo it. So if the reactions aren't live, I apologize about that, but nevertheless, I'll still try to make it as similar to the original reaction as possible. But nevertheless, I hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. So this was a typo from the Easy Toys newsletter. Huge thank you to them for providing these newsletters. This is not InFlight and Aviation 200 and 400. This is actually AirForce1 models. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Starting right here with the USAF SR-71A Blackbird 6117980. What a beautiful aircraft. Super excited to see Air Force One making one of these, and I am curious how much the price is. I didn't look in the last video, and I should have. So let's see. $97, so not too bad. Certainly very excited to see that aircraft, and hopefully that'll be a very good one for all collectors alike. So certainly very excited for that, and that'll be a great addition. Next up, we have another SR-71. This is another A variant, 6117974. Another really nice aircraft. I'm not sure what the primary difference is. It might be something to do with the nose shape, but nevertheless still looks really cool, and that's going to be another fantastic model. Next up, we have a B-25B Mitchell rolling dervish, something like that, by Air Force One. This is going to be another excellent aircraft. Really like the livery here and the pretty unique design here with the tail and also the cockpit in general. So really good looking aircraft right there. And we also had the P-61A Black Widow Midnight Belly. This is the 6th Night Fighter Squadron aircraft. Really cool with the P-61s. Of course, they vary even more than the B-25, so that's really cool to get to see. With the fuselage shape, the tail, of course, the cockpit, and everything in between. So another really nice aircraft to see right there. We also have our first helicopter today. This is the UH-1, the Hornets 116th Assault Helicopter Company. Another really beautiful aircraft. Super glad to see this one released. It looks really cool, and I'm very excited to see how that one turns out in general. And we also have a new Hobby Master as well. This is the China J-15 Flying Shark Su-33. Very unique aircraft, and it's certainly cool to see that more Su-33s are getting done here in 172 scale. So nice job there by Hobby Master. And that rounds it out for our first article today. So let's head on to the next one. This is the NG release that we made a video on previously, so feel free to check that out. Likewise for Gemini Jets. And now we have some InFlights and Aviation400 stuff. So certainly very excited to take a look at this. Alright, here we go with some in-flights, beginning right here with the Iran Air Boeing 747-200. Really cool to get to see this aircraft. This is Echo Papa India Alpha Hotel with the IAH prefix, so that's really cool. This is a good looking aircraft. I really like all the various details it presents. A very nice simple livery, and for anybody looking for the Iran Air 747, you're in good shape right there, so we absolutely love to see that. Next up for Aviation400, we do have some really cool models, beginning right here with the On the Pond Star Alliance Boeing 777-381ER. This is Juliet Alpha 731 Alpha. Great looking aircraft. It looks like their lighting got shaded a little bit when they were taking the actual pictures, but it's really cool to get to see these aircraft come to fruition, and they'll be very good ones for many collections. So looking good with with the ANA Star Alliance. We have the Star Alliance for Singapore Airlines. Very cool to get to see this as well. Also with the white tail, so that's certainly very cool. Another beautiful looking aircraft with 9 Victor Sierra Whiskey Juliet, and this will be a great addition for any collection. And here we have the Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER. This is Bravo Kilo Papa Foxtrot in Asia World Cities livery. What a great looking aircraft. Keep in mind that is shaded right here, so that's not the actual color, but the actual plane, I'm sure looks really good, and I'm very glad to see this is Aviation400 getting after it here with the Cathay Pacific. So very nice to get to see that right there. Excuse me. Next up, we have the Philippine Airlines Boeing 777-300. Romeo Papa Charlie 7778. What a tail number. Really good at looking aircraft right here. Definitely one that I may consider. I've been really trying to build on my airline diversity as of late. I did recently get a Cathay Pacific, and that will be coming in an upcoming unboxing. And the Philippines would be another really cool airline to add to that fleet. I also really want to get a Singapore. I do have the ANA R2D2, so certainly glad to continue building on my Asia fleet. And speaking of that, we have another Asia aircraft with Air China Star Alliance Boeing 777-300ER, Bravo 2032, another simple, great looking aircraft. You got the Air China billboard titles, and another really good opportunity for anybody looking for that aircraft. So nicely done right there. And that will do it for that article. Another very good one. Certainly glad to get to see that. Next up, we have another really cool Avador model newsletter right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Beginning right here with the U.S. Mail Boeing 727-100 November 727 Echo Victor. Beautiful looking aircraft right here. Absolutely love delivery. It's a very nice one, and El Avador did a really good job. A very niche down base model, not to mention it's obviously 1-200, so that's more the sentimental brand for most people, or scale, excuse me, for most people. But then you're getting an airline like the United States Postal Service, a very unique model right there, and that'll be a really cool one for anybody that's ever been looking for a model like that. So certainly absolutely love to get to see that. And we also have I'm not even going to try this. I botched it bad earlier. So there we go. Guatemala. That's how you say the second word, at least. It's like yeah, that's enough there. But Boeing 727-100 Tango Golf Alpha Yankee Alpha, another really good looking aircraft. We got the light blue and the gold, so really good looking aircraft right there, and that looks absolutely fantastic. So certainly very glad to get to see that. And we have this new SkyMarks Supreme in stock. I think there may be a couple, but we for sure have this Viva Airbus E, or not Viva Airbus. How about just Viva Airbus A320neo in the yellow livery, Hotel Kilo 5352. Really nice looking aircraft. These SkyMarks Supreme models are super nice, even though they don't have any aerials or anything. The actual quality is really nice in the wood stand, of course. Really good looking aircraft, and certainly nice to get to see that Viva's getting an A320neo done there. And that will do it for that one. So a bunch of short ones so far, but they've been very good. That'll be changing coming up, so stay on the lookout for that. But now we have some new in-flights to take a look at. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. All right, sorry about the fast scroll, but nevertheless, here we go with the Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 Delta Alpha Bravo Victor Mike. Another really cool looking aircraft right here. Absolutely love the new livery here on this aircraft. It looks very nice, and they did a really good job of constructing this aircraft. So ultimately, a very good aircraft, and it looks really good right there for Lufthansa 747-400 in the current colors. Next up, we have a JAL Boeing 747-400. This is a 447 Juliet Alpha 8922. Another very simple looking aircraft. They did a very good job constructing this one. I like the livery, and it's a nice simple combo. So very nicely done right there by InFlight. Next up, we have the Lufthansa Airbus A350-900. This is Delta Alpha India X-Ray Mike. Another really great aircraft right here. Definitely one that I would like to get after seeing several of them at the Chicago O'Hare International Airport. But nevertheless, we still have it here for any 1/200 scale collectors. So certainly hope that anybody that wants that's able to get their hands on it. Following that, we have the Cathay Pacific Airbus A340-300 Victor Romeo Hotel X-Ray Charlie. I really like this aircraft as well. The livery is super nice, and ultimately they did a very good job of constructing this aircraft, so nicely done right there. And another really cool Cathay Pacific model. I believe this got done in 400 a couple times, so it's nice to see it transpire up to 1/200 as well. Next up, we have the Transavia France Boeing 737-800. This is an 8 Golf Juliet variant, particularly. Foxtrot Golf Zulu Hotel Bravo. Really like this aircraft. I like the color mesh that it provides, the transavia.com. It's a really good aircraft overall, and it has many diverse elements right there. So ultimately, a really good aircraft, and highly recommended if you're looking for it. And we have some new Herpas coming back in the stock here, beginning with the Pan Am Boeing, our Doubles DC-6. Sorry, we've had a bunch of Boeings here. Really nice to get to see this aircraft coming back in stock as it made its debut previously. So a really cool aircraft and a good opportunity if any of you are looking for it. And new Hogan also coming in stock with the Etihad Airbus A350-1000 Alpha 6 X-Ray Whiskey Bravo. Really like this aircraft as well. It's nice and simple, and ultimately Hogan did a very good job on it. So really cool to see that, and that's a very nice aircraft right there. And that is it for that one as well. So a little bit longer, but certainly still pretty short, but a really good release there with some very nice models, to say the least. All right, next up we have a really good release right here from InFlight. I did see this one already, like I said, but this one was probably the best of the whole video. So here we go for the 1-200s here from InFlight. So let's take a look at these. Beginning right here, we have the Japan Airlines Convair CV880 mic edition, which is a 2.2 mic 2.2. So very interesting there, but it's Juliet Alpha 8023 polished edition. A really nice to get to see this aircraft. Again, there's some nice diverse details that make that a really nice aircraft. So good to see it. Absolutely love the tail right here with the very unique design. And then the 880s are really cool planes, so ultimately looking very good. We have the Eastern McDonnell Doubles DC-1030 polished November 391 Echo Alpha. Really cool to get to see this aircraft. This is going to be a very popular one. Eastern's a high demand airline, especially with all their polished liveries. They look really cool, so I know many people are going to be all over getting that for their 1-200 fleets. So certainly nice to get to see that done right there in 1-200. We have the American Airlines Boeing 727-200, a 227 polished. This is November 722 Alpha Alpha. Very excited to see this one. Definitely one that I would like to get. We'll see if it happens though. InFlight's made a bunch of good American Airlines planes recently, so I would like to get one or two more of them. I do have one coming up in an upcoming unboxing, so stay on the lookout for that. But I still would like to get one of these. So who knows? Maybe this is the one, but I do have some time to decide as these won't be coming in for quite some time. So we'll see what happens with that. We have another beautiful American Airlines polished aircraft in the 707-323B variant. Really cool to see this, as I can't remember the last time a really good 1-200 American 707s got done, but it's very cool to see that we have this aircraft coming very soon. So if you're interested in any of these, definitely get on top of it. There's a bunch of great opportunities to get these. I highly recommend the Midwest model stores. They have started carrying in-flight models along with various other brands, more JC planes and everything, and they do a really good job with their business, so I'd highly recommend checking that out. Midwest model store is fantastic, great customer service, and ultimately a really good opportunity if you're looking for any of these in-flights or any others. So really nice job there by Midwest. But nevertheless, on to our next aircraft. This is the American Airlines Airbus A319 in the Piedmont Heritage Paint Scheme. Really sad to see that these are getting retired, but I really appreciate in-flight repainted's the better word, but I appreciate InFlight representing this. They'll all be on Airbus A321s by the end of September, so that'll be fantastic. But Piedmont, Allegheny, and PSA have all went. The only one remaining, to my knowledge, is America West, and that one probably isn't going to make it very much longer. So if you, for whatever reason, can get a chance to see it, I highly recommend it because it does not have much time left. But nevertheless, this is a beautiful aircraft, and it's going to be a really good opportunity to get to really reflect on how beautiful this heritage livery is. So that's what we have right there. And we also have the PSA American Airlines Airbus A319, November 742 Papa Sierra. Another great looking airplane. I absolutely love the livery. They did a really good job of constructing this one, and ultimately it is a beautiful airplane. Would really like to get it. So maybe I am able to get one of these American Airlines in-flight models at some point, but we will just have to see. But nevertheless, a beautiful aircraft right there. Here's the Air Canada Rouge Airbus A319, Charlie Golf Bravo India Juliet. This is another great looking airplane. Was very fortunate to get to see one of these at Cabo San Lucas, which was a bunch of fun. But nevertheless, or San Jose del Cabo to be more particular. But anyways, really cool to get to see this aircraft. It is a really nice, simple airplane, and it looks really cool, really representing Canada well. So very cool. Definitely get out and see one before they get retired, because they're going to be gone at some point in the near future, I bet. So really cool to get to see that done by InFlight though, nevertheless. And here's the Scandinavian Converse CV990A, the Sierra Echo Delta Alpha Yankee for Dayton Airport, which is kind of cool with the code, so that's nice. Anyways, this is another really cool looking aircraft right here. Very simple, and their livery has definitely made some leadway over the years, but again, the tail especially, there are still some similar elements there. So starting with the roots and branching out to more particular elements, we love to see it. But nevertheless, another really good aircraft right there. And here we have the Qantas Australia Asia tail Boeing 747 SP38 Victor Hotel Echo Alpha Alpha. I like this aircraft a bunch as well. It has a really cool livery going for it with the billboard titles and the tail. Very unique in various ways, so it's really cool to get to see the variety here by InFlight. So nicely done on this hybrid livery. And then we have this Iberia Boeing 747-400, this Tango Foxtrot Alpha Mike Bravo. Again, another really cool aircraft right here that they did a very good job on, so I'm certainly very glad to get to see this right here. We absolutely love the effort. And then we have the Azul Airbus A350-900 Papa Romeo Alpha Oscar Whiskey. I really like this aircraft as well. There's been a bunch of Azul 350s done both in 1-200 and 1-400 lately, so it is really nice to get to see another 1-200 version coming here for InFlight. I'm sure it's going to be a really nice model, so definitely recommend it if you are looking for this one. And here's the Airbus A319, the house livery Foxtrot Whiskey Alpha, or Whiskey Alpha Sierra. I want it to be Whiskey Alpha Sierra for Wasp, but still cool to get to see that they got a similar tail number there. Really cool airplane delivery. I personally prefer the light blue Boeing house livery, but I think this one's still really cool with the purple, orange, and yellow. So ultimately a very good job right there by InFlight. And here we have the Qatar Airbus A340-200 Alpha 7 Hotel Kilo. Very unique livery, so if you're certainly looking for a real throwback there in the Middle East, that is the best opportunity for you by far. That is a really interesting looking plane. Looks really cool. And here's the Avianca Airbus A330-200 November 968 Alpha Victor. Really nice aircraft. I kind of noticed that the Avianca titles on the wide bodies appear to be a little bit smaller than the narrow bodies, which is kind of interesting, but still a cool element nevertheless. So that certainly looks very nice as well. And here's the Alcent something like that, LSAT, something like that. Alcent, Australia, Airbus A320-200, Victor Hotel, Yankee Gulf. Another really cool looking aircraft. A very good opportunity for a custom if you're looking to do that, but this is still a cool aircraft with the tail, and again, a very nice, simple aircraft. So really nice, but definitely not a ton to it, to say the least. So that's a good way to save money on paint, I suppose, for Alcent. And here we go with the British Airways Airbus A321-200 Golf Tango India Alpha. A good looking aircraft right here. This one also comes with a collector coin, which is very cool. So love to get to see this effort right here. And the BA321's a really cool plane. I think they have a couple years left, but they'll certainly be gone at some point. So cool to see the InFlight's getting after it here with this release though. We also have the Airbus A321 Neo, which is really cool to see. Golf November Echo Oscar November Echo Oscar X-Ray. There we go. Really cool to see the Neo prefix in the registration. Ultimately, another really good looking aircraft. Let me know if you like the 321 and 321 Neo look on the BA livery better. I would say probably the 321, although they're both super nice. We're also going to get a BMI hybrid Airbus A321-200 Golf Mike Echo Delta Lima. Another really good looking aircraft right here. I really like the BMI representation here, and then you got this little British Airways title. So a nice way to get this going here. Also, the engine and the fins tip are cool. I believe BMI stands for British Midland International or British Midland something. So cool to see that right there. It's fantastic. And then we have some Harpas coming in stock with the Hawaiian Airlines Doubles DC-3. Didn't give me much information about that, so I apologize, but that's the only one there. So if you want that one, definitely go out there and get it. But ultimately, a really nice set right there, and they did a very good job on that. Lastly, for today's video, I did want to go over the Gemini Jets future releases because it's really cool to see what they have going in those. So certainly very excited for these. So let's go ahead and take a brief look at these. I'm sure that you guys have probably already seen these at this point, but it's still very cool to see what Gemini Jets is doing. And these will be coming in future releases here in the near future. So if I can get the cursor to work, we will take a look. So here we go on these releases. So here are our future releases. The 1-400s and the 1-200s are pretty similar, but here we go with the 1-200 Air Force One. Super cool to get to see this VC-25. This will be a great opportunity if anybody is looking for a VC-25, as they're super hard to come across. So really appreciate Gemini Jets doing this again, both 1-400 and 1-200. I might have to replace my Aviation400. We will see, but this is a really cool aircraft right here. I'm sure it's going to be a hot seller, so excited to see when that comes out, and that'll be a great aircraft. The TAM Brazil Fokker F100 is another really cool aircraft. Their livery is pretty distinctive, so I really like the variety it presents, and that'll be a good aircraft. And Gemini Jets continues to add to their catalog of Fokker 100s in various ways, so that's really cool. Although I think most American collectors would really appreciate an American Airlines Fokker 100 re-release, because that aircraft is very hard to find, but still cool to see that TAM's getting some representation there. And here's the US Air McDonnell MD-82. Speaking of the US retro sector right here, so it's nice to see that the Gemini Jets is catering to all the US retro collectors in various ways, so that's really cool. So they are continuing that MD-80 streak after doing the TWA, and now they're doing the US Air, and they did a couple in the past as well. So excited to see how this turns out for all those collectors. In addition, we also have the Alaska Seattle Karen Boeing 730 or Karen, something like that. Sorry about my lack of pronunciation there. It's I think it's I'm not sure. No, nevertheless, it's the I believe it's a sports team of sorts, but nevertheless, Boeing 737 MAX 9, November 915 Alpha Kilo. Really cool. Kraken. It's Kraken. That's it. I was like, I couldn't think of how to say it, but it's Kraken. I believe that's it. Beautiful looking aircraft. I really like the back design right here. They added some really good characteristics to it. Definitely aircraft that I'm going to be considering picking up. I'm not sure though, because it's kind of weird with my Alaska and JetBlue fleets, particularly that they're not really coming to my real life airports as much, but they do a little bit, especially Albuquerque, Reno, Orange County. So I definitely could utilize this if I do choose to get it, but we shall find out. So looking very good nevertheless. They also fly to Orange County, but I don't think they're going to be flying the 737 MAX there, at least for now, but they may at some point. So we'll see. And here is the Air Wisconsin CRJ200. Really cool to get to see this retro livery that they're now debuting. So as Air Wisconsin sends these over to American, probably for their last stint, if I had to guess, but maybe not. We'll see. It's awesome to see that they're getting a retro livery going on this aircraft. So ultimately, I think it looks really good, and they did a good job on it. So that's really cool, and I'm excited to see hopefully it in real life, and also get the aircraft, because it's going to be a great addition to the collection, even though it's a flying dumpster. Kidding. And here's the Lufthansa Diversity Fanhansa Airbus A330-300 Delta Alpha India Kilo Quebec. Really like this aircraft. It looks really nice. They did a very good job on constructing this one. And if you're looking for either the 1-200 version, or if you missed on the NG version, Gemini Jets has you covered. So really excited to see that, and that should be a great aircraft for all those collectors. And next up, we have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A320 Neo with the raccoon mask and also the filled-in Spirit.com livery. So really cool to see this, a really great opportunity, and we very much appreciate Gemini Jets swinging back around for the collectors that missed out on this aircraft when they did the Bear Fair livery in 2020, in December that is. So really cool to see them swing back around to this a few years later, and I think that it's a great opportunity if you're looking for this aircraft and didn't get a chance to get that one, or if you just want the raccoon mask. And personally, I think the raccoon mask looks pretty sick. It's a really nice way to get to see that livery, and considering airlines like American aren't doing it on their A321 Neos, it's cool to see that Spirit's also doing it. Speaking of which, I think Spirit's about got their first A321 Neo, so excited to see a 1-400 version done of that and the Frontier A321 Neo, no matter what. I think the Eagle is by far the coolest one, so I think that would be the most logical pick, although they have frogs, they have orcas, all kinds of liveries, so hopefully NG or somebody will get after that. NG still needs to do our A321s for Frontier, as we were hoping for about 2 years ago, but what can I say? Sometimes it just slips past. So looking good nevertheless on that Spirit. We also have a Kansas Air National Guard KC-135. Really cool to see this. Of course, they did the McConnell Air Force Base in Wichita KC-135s previously, so it's cool to see them returning to Kansas here with their Air National Guard in a beautiful livery here in Tel. Looks really good, and definitely one that I would like to get, but I was talking about this the first time I recorded this. I think I need to focus towards getting newer aircraft types, or not newer, but aircraft types that I don't have in my collection, such as the B1, C5, and others, before I start, getting additional aircraft, because I already broke that rule with KC-135, but I kind of wanted just a normal one. The McConnell one was a really good way to do that. So hopefully I'll be able to get something like this in the future, but definitely working towards B1s, C5s, so on and so forth. And here's a Western Boeing 727-200 polished. Really cool to see this aircraft. This will be a great addition for anybody that's looking for it. Another really nice retro offering. So looks like Gemini is really dedicating to both covering the full scope domestically, internationally, and retro models for all collectors. So really cool to see this, and I think Gemini Jets really deserve some praise for their diverse offerings. This is really cool. And how about Emirates Boeing 777-300ER? This is in the newer livery, so you have the full billboard titles that take up a bunch of height, along with the new design there on the tail. I think that looks okay. I mean, I'm sure it'll grow on everybody, as most liveries do, but you know, the old one still is just real icon. So we'll see how this ends up sinking in, but ultimately I think it looks pretty decent. So we'll see how that soaks in. And we're also going to get the Airbus A380, because yes, really nice design here. You can really see the height difference and the waves on the 380 because of how much bigger it is. So that's certainly very cool to see, and I think that they did a very good job with this one. And we have our 1-400 as well, the Air Force One, definitely one that I'm probably planning on getting. Alaska, hopefully so as well. I would like to get that, but I don't have all the money in the world. Likewise for the US Air. Maybe the Emirates, we'll see. We'll have to see on that. It'll be interesting. Air Wisconsin, yes. I would love to get Lufthansa, but I don't have much of a use for it right now, since they're moving towards newer planes for some of my model airports, so on and so forth. So yeah, really good release right there, but I believe that covers all the releases. We'll save the next part for next time, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that, and it'll be a really good opportunity to see all those models and see what they're all about. But nevertheless, really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Happy getting close to summer, so I guess happy finals week for everybody, or you know, all that fun stuff. We're getting close to the summer, so I hope you guys are excited for it. Keep pushing hard, and definitely do well in all those finals. Wish you all the best of luck. You guys will do great on them. But nevertheless, hope everybody's doing well. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. So with all that being said, that'll do for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon, as Redriveraviation is signing off.